Hey everybody, welcome to a new video. My apologies for the lateness of this video. This video has been like 3 weeks in the making. Sorry about that. Work has just been hectic, and then last time I tried to record this video, my phone had a brain fart and just stopped recording halfway through. So hopefully I fixed whatever issue that was. We can get through this video relatively in decent, in one piece. Hopefully. But yeah, in this video comes as a request by my buddy Brett. This is going to be my current Xbox One collection. So with that said, I hope you sit back and enjoy, because it's going to be probably a long one. So first, Assassin's Creed, the Ezio collection. Biggest big Assassin's Creed fan. Out of this trilogy, probably Brotherhood is probably my favorite. Then two, then Revelations. Revelations, it's not bad per se. It just by the time you get to it, it just felt it just dragged on. If that makes any sense. So, but overall, decent collection to have. Next, Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. I like 3 for the most part. I didn't really care for the ship combat. It felt too clunky to me, but I liked the setting, the American Revolution, and I thought Connor was decent as the main protagonist of this particular game. So overall, I liked it. Next, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. This is my favorite Assassin's Creed game. It's very much a pirate game, obviously, but I enjoyed it I enjoyed it a lot actually. So yeah, it's my favorite game in this franchise. So definitely recommend it for sure. Next, Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered. This was very unique game when it came out, because up until that point, we'd only been playing this story or seeing the story unfold the assassins. In this, however, you're playing as an assassin turned Templar. So that was very unique for this franchise at that point. So overall, that gives it points above all else, just because okay, you're playing it as an assassin turned Templar. That's very new. So yeah, overall, liked it. It's a good combination of 3 and 4, basically. So next, Assassin's Creed Unity. A lot of people did not like this game when it came out, for very obvious reasons. It was very buggy. I played it, didn't really run into much bugs. I really enjoyed the story. It was pretty good. I liked it. Your your assassin character Arno grows up under the parent, I guess, be parent tutelage, the parent, he basically becomes adopted by the Grand Templar Master of the Templar Order in Paris, basically. But he, gets older. He finds out his heritage. He becomes an assassin, and then he has to basically team up with the daughter of the Templar Order to unravel a bigger mystery. From what I remember, correct? From what I remember, it's been a while since I played this game. That's what I remember. That you and I think her name is Elise basically team up. So you have the assassins, at least your character, teaming up with a Templar character to not save the world per se, but team up to do good. So I always thought that was really cool. So I liked it. What can I say? Next, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. From what I remember, it was just still decent. Not my favorite of the franchise, but still decent in my opinion. I like some of the things they added, like the basically the Batman grappling hook, basically made traversal a whole lot easier. So overall, I'd say probably 7 out of 10. Next, Assassin's Creed Chronicles. Very unique collection of games here. These are 2.5D side scrollers, but they're sort of Assassin's Creed games. But they're 2.5D and side scrollers. So I grabbed it for that alone. They're decent, but they're not fully fledged Assassin's Creed games. So if you want something a little different, check this collection out. Next, Assassin's Creed Origins. This is my This is my favorite of the new trilogy so far. Just 'cause I love ancient Egypt, so it kind of wins on that alone. This is when they went away from the typical Assassin's Creed formula and made it more of an RPG. Some people like it for that. Some people hate it for that. I'm in the middle. So, but yeah, Origins, definitely enjoyed it a lot. Next, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, another decent game in this new like trilogy. But like I said, Origins is my favorite of it so far. But yeah, if you like ancient Greece, probably want to give this a shot. So okay, I liked it, just not as much as Origins. Next, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm not super far into it. Only like just a few hours. This is one of those games where you have to take your time because there's so much to do. It's like sometimes it's overwhelming. But overall, I'm enjoying it. It's just one of those games where I'm taking my time with it. So, just how it is. Next, Plague Tale Innocence. Pretty good game. Pretty interesting about the plague and the Inquisition. So, I liked it. It was pretty good. I know it's getting a sequel, I think next year. So, yeah, look out for that. Next, Battlefield 4, my favorite Battlefield game so far. Enjoyed the campaign a lot. Never touched the multiplayer because I don't do multiplayer at all with these types of games. But yeah, the campaign, really good. Really enjoyed it. Next, Battlefield Hardline. Rest in peace, Visceral. This was okay, but when you think of Battlefield, you don't really think of cops and robbers. You think of, an actual battlefield, like soldiers. So this was okay, but nothing to write home about. So it was okay. Next, Battlefield 1, decent campaign. I liked the whole beginning of the campaign, where I think it's like basically beginning credits, if I remember correctly, where you're playing as person A. You play for a little bit. If you die, which you will die, you'll go and you're some like person B over there. You play and you die. And I liked that. That was the first time. So yeah, Battlefield 1. I liked it. It was okay for a Battlefield game. It was all right. Next, Battlefield 5. I've not played it yet. I've heard very mixed things on it, but until I play it, I can't say much on it. But next, Bulletstorm, full clip edition. Decent shooter, decent first-person shooter. Reminds me of Doom a little bit. Not obviously not with demons, but just you have all these different ways you can to kill your enemies. Like you have this basically energy whip, and you can whip them and pull them for you, and you can kick them into like a thing, like a giant cactus or spikes or something like that. It's very unique. So I liked it. Next, Call of Cthulhu. I've not played it yet. I just know it was horror, and it looked very very interesting, and I hope it's as good as the Call of Cthulhu game on the original Xbox. So find out soon. But yeah, it was cheap and it was. I just want something horror-ish to play on the Xbox. So if you have a TV behind me, sorry. Next, Carmageddon Max Damage. Love this game. I love this series. I'm not a huge racing fan, but this series is just a lot of fun. Like, there's so many different ways. Like, I mean, the main thing of any racing game is obviously to win the race, obviously. But in this game, you don't have to. If you want to actually do the race, you can't. But you can also win by doing things like wasting your opponents. You can get power ups to help you do that, or you can win the race. Pretty sure you can also win the race by killing all the pedestrians. And again, you get power ups to help you do that, and it's just fun. It's mindless, gory fun. So I just love it for that. So I would say check it out for sure if you're a fan of racing games and you're looking for something different. Check out Carmageddon for sure. Next, Dead Island Definitive Collection. This is Dead Island Riptide, and like a little mini like retro game. The Dead Island games I liked. They're fine games, but I've been kind of spoiled by Dying Light. So I mean they're still okay, but I prefer Dying Light personally. So this is a good collection though. If you're looking to get it, definitely get it on Xbox One, not PS4, because the Xbox One version has all the games on the disc. PS4 version does not, which is odd. So, but yeah, definitely glad to have that in the collection for sure. Not as much as, like I said, I'm not a big fan of it as I used to be, but still all right. Next, we have Dead Rising, Dead Rising 2, Dead Rising 3, and Dead Rising 4. All four of them. Out of all of them, probably 3 is probably my favorite. Probably closely by 1. They're all good games for sure. A lot of people don't like 4, but and 2 is kind of hit or miss. But overall, they're fun zombie games. And I enjoy all of them. So next, Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Not as good as Human Revolution, but overall still decent enough, in my opinion. Like I said, Human Revolution is probably my favorite in this franchise, but Mankind Divided, it's not that bad, in my opinion. Next, Dragon Age Inquisition. This is my favorite Dragon Age game. When I first played this series, played the first game and thought the story was good. The characters, all that, the gameplay just I don't know, the gameplay just turned me off. It just felt clunky. So played the second one again, same thing. Story was pretty good. Characters again pretty good. Gameplay was just I don't know. The gameplay was a little bit better, a little less clunky, but still clunky. Then I get to this one, and I love the story, love the characters, and the gameplay really pulled me in. So this is definitely my favorite Dragon Age game. Looking forward to Dragon Age 4 sometime. Next, Dishonored Definitive Edition. Pretty good game. I liked it. Reminded me of Thief and Bioshock. I love Bioshock. So it just it felt good to me because I love Bioshock. I love that world. Anything that reminded me of it, I wanted to try. So Dishonored, definitely no exception. Next, Dishonored 2. I have not played much of this one yet. I was going through the first game first before I, go to this one. But from what I've heard and read, it's just like the first game. So, I'm sure I'll like it. Next, Dishonored: Death of the Outsider. This is basically a basically going to be DLC, but then it became its own game. So I like that. Uh, I've heard pretty good things about it. So play it eventually. Next, Doom 2016. Love this game. Excuse me. Great reboot to the franchise. Very gory, very just metal and hard hitting, and just a lot of fun. Love this game for sure. Next, Doom Eternal. Pretty good sequel. It is a little too fast paced and frantic for my liking in certain areas, but overall, still a decent sequel in my opinion. I love the first game just a little bit more. Next, Dying Light Anniversary Edition. This is basically the complete ultimate version of the game. It has all the DLC and all that. So love this game. Can't wait for the sequel, which has just been announced to be pushed to February, I believe, of 2022. But I can't wait. Excuse me. Next, I got Elex. Don't know much about it. I just know it was an RPG, and it looked relatively interesting to me. My girlfriend had it, and she said it wasn't really her cup of tea. She asked if I wanted it, and I said yes. So, played it eventually. I know it's got it. I know it's getting a sequel soon. So, yeah. Next, Fallout 4 Game of the Year edition. It's Fallout 4. I enjoyed it for the most part. New Vegas is probably going to be my favorite, but 4, I liked it. It was good. Next, Far Cry 4. Pretty good. Not as good as 3. And if you hear something over there, it's my cat eating. No, sorry. Next, Far Cry 5. Again, alright, but not as good as 3. I think it's to be like the one that everybody goes to is like, okay, is it good? Is it good as 3 or bad? Is it good as 3 or is it below 3? This is overall still alright. It's a Far Cry game. You know what you're into for the most part. Next, Far Cry New Dawn. Not played it. This is just like Dishonored: Death of the Outsider. It's basically DLC to 5. They made its own game, basically. Next, Far Cry Primal. Love this game. I know a lot of people hated it because it's a Far Cry game without any guns, but it's unique. It's unique in that fact because you're playing, in the primal age, obviously. So yeah, I enjoyed it I enjoyed it a lot actually. So I'd say definitely check it out if you haven't already. Next, Gears of War Ultimate Edition. It's Gears of War, the first Gears of War game, remastered. Is it remastered? I think this was a remake. I could be wrong. Pretty sure it's just the remake of the first game. And I'm sure people are going to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But it's the first game redone for the Xbox One. Looks a hell of a lot better than the original. And it's just as good. Just looks prettier. Next, Gears of War 4. Great game. A lot of people were curious how they were going to continue the story of the Gears franchise, and it's good. It definitely, did things right. You're playing as son of Marcus and Anya, and it was good. They didn't ham fist anything in per se. They did it right. So next, Gears 5. About quarter of the way through. So far, enjoying it for the most part. Looking forward to Gears 6 whenever that drops. But yeah, Gears 5 so far, I like it. It's good. Next, Halo Master Chief Collection. It's all the Halo games. Don't know much. I'm not going to say much on it. It's Halo. probably my favorite is probably 3. I go between 3 and the first game is my favorite. Yeah, it's all the Halo games, pretty much. So next, Halo 5. I really despised this game. The gameplay was good. I liked the gameplay, but the story itself just sucked. I really hope Infinite is better story wise. But yeah, the campaign in Halo 5 is just it's just awful. It's just the fact that you only play as Chief. I believe, I'm pretty sure you only play as Chief for like 2 or 3 missions. That's pitiful. So yeah, hopefully Infinite's better. Next, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. Heard good things about it. Not played it yet. It's on the back. It's on the back lot or back burner, whatever. I'll get to it eventually. Next, Homefront: The Revolution. I enjoyed this game for the most part. It was fine. First-person shooter. Like I said, it was for me. It was fine. So, just off my experiences. It's not great. It's not bad. It's all right, in my opinion. Next, Indivisible. Heard good things about it. Not played it yet. I got it for free. So, get beat free. Next, Hitman Definitive Edition. Love the Hitman games. This one was alright. I was really a fan of how they did this first game. It was episodic, and I don't like episodic games. I don't like them. So hopefully this was the last episodic game. Hopefully for a while, because I just don't like that. So yeah, but still, it's alright. It's still a good game. Just the way they decided to release it was just no, don't do that. Next, Hitman 2. Great game. Love it. Didn't level up. Definitely enjoyed it more than the first game. So I heard the third game is even better. So yeah, Hitman 2. Loved it. Next, Just Cause 3. Pretty good game. Pretty good open world. Just do whatever you want. So I enjoyed it. Next, Just Cause 4. I've not played it yet, but I've heard pretty good things about it. So played it eventually. Next, Killer Instinct Definitive Edition. This is the whole game. Basically, it has all the characters, all the stages, all the combos, everything. Basically, the whole complete game. So, I really was a big Killer Instinct fan growing up. I was much more into Mortal Kombat. Basically, just Mortal Kombat, basically. But that's still pretty good. Still a decent fighting game. So, next, Metro Redux. This is a really good remaster of Metro 2033 and Last Light. They actually went in and did things other than just cleaned up the graphics and whatnot. They actually added things like gameplay wise to the first game from the second game, and it was a good remaster for sure. So definitely pick it up if you haven't already. Next, Prey. Really did enjoy this game a lot. I know some people were kind of on it. I loved it. This game is basically if you took BioShock and Dead Space and a little bit of Dishonored and threw it in a blender. And this is what you would get. Now, like many of you, I was very looking forward to the sequel. I was very looking forward to Prey 2, which is the original game. But would like to see the sequel eventually. But for the most part, thought it was pretty good. I liked it. Next, Quantum Break. Pretty good game. Very Alan Wakey. So if you're into Alan Wake, and you're looking for something relatively new to play, check out Quantum Break. Like I said, I liked it. It was good. I thought it was pretty good. Now into the home stretch. Finally, on the last little stack of games here. First, Rage 2, pretty good sequel. I'm on the fence if I prefer it over the first game, but I still enjoyed. But I enjoyed. I think I enjoyed. Now I think about it, I think I enjoyed both about the same. But yeah, it's Rage 2. It's fun, but it just depends on if you prefer the first game or the first game to this, or this is the first game. So, but yeah, I liked it. Next, Rare Replay. Great collection here of all of Rare. Well, not all, but most of Rare's killer titles, and definitely worth your money for sure. So, next, Recore Definitive Edition. Love this game. This is by far one of my favorite games of this last generation. Just a lot of fun. I love the story, the characters, the world, gameplay. It's just a lot of fun. I hope, and I would love to see a sequel, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. So hopefully it does, but who knows. Next, Rise, Son of Rome, another game that I enjoyed. I know it's basically just a tech demo, but I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the gameplay for what it was, but I'd love to see a sequel. Like you know, what's the word? Expand on this with the sequel. Will it happen? Probably not, but dream. Next, Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. Pretty good game. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. I guess Asian style of GTA, but I thought it was pretty good, pretty decent, unique, different. Next, Sunset Overdrive. Pretty alright. Game by Insomniac. I've been hearing rumblings that this might be coming over to PS4 and PS5, maybe, since Sony bought them last year, but who knows. But so far, not so far, but overall, pretty good game. Looking for something wacky and just something that's different than your usual Xbox games. Definitely check it out for sure. Next, South Park: The Stick of Truth. Hilarious RPG. Love it. Not a huge South Park fan, but this game is hilarious. Love it. Same goes for the sequel, South Park: The Fresh But Whole. Hilarious. Love it. Great RPG. The first game basically makes fun of Final Fantasy and turn-based stuff. This makes fun of superheroes. So definitely check them out if you're into the show, because they're basically a long, drawn-out episode of the show, basically. So next, Okami HD. I've never played Okami before, but I'm playing it not recently, but I've been playing this off and on, and it's pretty good. I liked it, or I like it. It's very good. Next, The Outer Worlds. Pretty good Fallout-like game. It's done by Obsidian, who did Fallout New Vegas, which is my favorite Fallout game. So definitely check it out. Next, Vampire. Pretty good game. You're basically a vampire, and you have to basically choose to if you hunt people or hunt the bad guys, I guess you'd say, of this. You get supernatural abilities, and if you feed, people are more afraid of you if they feed. And it's a very nice duality type game. So definitely check it out. Next, Watch Dogs. Pretty decent game. Some people didn't like it. I thought it was fine. Watch Dogs 2. Not played it yet, but I've heard good things about it. A lot of people liked it more than the first game. Next, Watch Dogs Legion. Again, mixed things, but until I play it, I can't say much on it. But looking forward to playing it eventually. Next, We Happy Few. Again, mixed things, but it was very cheap, so I said, screw it, I'll pick it up for like $9 new. So next, Wolfenstein New Order. Great game. Love it. A lot nice to see Wolfenstein brought back to the mainstream. So definitely check it out for sure. Wolfenstein The Old Blood. Again, just like with Far Cry New Dawn and Dishonored, The Death of the Outsider, this basically started as just basically glorified DLC. But they made it its own game. So love it for that. Wolfenstein 2, New Colossus. Some people were mixed on this sequel. I enjoyed it. Some things were kind of but overall, I liked it. Next, Wolfenstein Youngblood. I've not played it yet. I've heard very mixed things about it, but until I play it, I can't say much on it, but it was cheap. Next, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Amazing game. Amazing game. Love it. Yeah, it's The Witcher 3. I'm not going to go on to, say everything because everybody's already said it. It's an amazing game. And finally, the last game here in my collection, my current Xbox One collection, is XCOM 2. XCOM 2, the collection. This is basically the main game of XCOM 2, plus all the DLC. So, yeah, glad to have it for sure. I'm not a huge fan of RTS games, but XCOM, there's certain games I make an exception for, and XCOM is one of them. So yeah. All right, that is it. That is all. That is all my games in my Xbox One collection so far. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you in the future with another video. Peace.